will be complete. 27, 5'8", 155. There you see the reach advantage going the way of Brittney Elkin. And the leg reach identical at 41. But Elkin has what Kayla Harrison doesn't, and that is experience, guys. And we'll see how that plays out here in just a moment.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds in this special attraction in the lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, a jiu-jitsu practitioner standing 5 feet 11 inches tall. Weighing in officially 155 and 1/2 pounds, she enters the cage tonight for the 8th time as a professional. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, here is Big Bird, Brittney Elkin. And her opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Her background in judo. At 5 feet 8 inches tall, she weighed in officially 155 pounds, and tonight she makes her professional debut. Here is the 2-time U.S. Judo Olympic gold medalist from Middletown, Ohio, Kayla Harrison! And your referee in charge of the action, Rob Metrica.
On the outside, guys, she looks calm, cool, and collected, but I can imagine her heart rate is probably up there.
You ready? Hey, you ready? Let's go!
So she went down to American Top Team. On the first day she was there, she got put in the ring with Amanda Nunes. And they went to war for a while. Amanda beat her up a bit. Amanda came to the clinch. Amanda came to the gym the next day and was asking, hey, asked Dan Lambert, hey, who's that girl who was here yesterday? She's a beast. she can live with, where's she gonna come down here? Yeah, she can live with me.
This is exactly where Kayla wants to be. Come in here, get her hands.
This
Nice
is not
inside
where she
trip.
wants to be.
Kayla Harris did a nice job. Pulled her off the fence, little quick inside trip, and put Brittney right on her back.
Boss, what's the hardest thing for Kayla Harrison making the transition from judo to now MMA?
Well, there was no gi. That's the thing. Everything needs to be a little bit more tight. But you know, with her skills, it will be tight. And this, escaping the guard, because there's no submissions from the guard. Well, very hard.
Done a nice job getting across side, passing the feet of Brittney Elkin.
And that right there shows some experience in the gym, something that she's learned. She jumped into that half guard.
Doing a nice job of posturing up is Kayla Harris.
Does not look like punching's a problem for Kayla.
No, but did you look at her arms? They're bigger than mine.
Just raining down quick punches, efficient.
Kayla Harrison doing a nice job of using that left whizzer over Elkin's arm to keep her in position. Tee her up right there.
3.5 minutes to go.
Good job with that whizzer. Nice transition.
She's got Elkin's back here. This is not a good place for...
That's a gold medal backpack you don't want on your back. As Kayla Harrison taking control of this one, Brittney Elkin said, I've got to keep this fight standing.
Now, Elkins has won some pretty big jiu-jitsu tournaments herself. At the brown belt level.
Kayla doing a nice job of stretching Elkins out, trying to flatten her out, softening her up with some punches.
And Elkin said she would be comfortable in the grappling situations, but she's being dominated right now.
Brittney Elkin doing a good job staying calm.
She's got to keep that jaw pushing against the left shoulder so that Harrison can't get underneath, because that will be the end.
Harrison's looking for that choke.
Yep, she cannot put her chin up.
Elkin doing a nice job defending, protecting her neck, using that chin, not letting Kayla Harrison settle in.
We're halfway down, it's still on the ground.
And now she's gonna...
Let's see if
Kayla's...
Harris is looking to transition to an armbar here. Watch the armbar transition coming here. She's going to step over the head and start to move to the armbar right here. Here it comes. She's going to force Elkin to have to roll over. Even if she's got to grab her ankle and force her to roll over. But she's got the arm trapped. Elkin's showing some jiu-jitsu IQ here.
Yeah,
she's not following. Here's the roll. And here's the armbar attempt.
And judo girls
this is
very good at pulling
where Kayla Harrison lives, right here. Nice job, calm, composed, working it. Here it is. There it is.
Tap, and it's over. Kayla Harrison, golden in her debut.
Beautiful technique.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 3 minutes, 18 seconds. Round number 1, submission by armbar for your winner in her professional debut, Kayla Harrison!
Brittney Elkin drops to 3 and 5 at a very painful defeat there. As you see Eves take over here, how did this all play out?
Kayla does a beautiful job here. Right here, she's using her left arm to secure that arm. But here is the leg that she has over the head to get to this armbar. She's going to take that off and put that back here to bait Brittney to roll. And as she rolls, she knows where she has to go. So play the video. And as she puts that knee here, Brittney only can go one way. As she rolls, she grabs onto that leg, frees it. Now, she knows that she can cover this leg. Kayla knows that she can cover the leg, the head here with this leg. All of this is secure. She's attacking the arm right here. So as Kayla works from this position, she's working, she's gonna start, Kayla starts to land some hammer fists to the body, and she's attacking that arm. So, one more time, we're gonna freeze it. One more time right after that last punch, freeze it here. So Kayla's now, both hands are on this one arm of Brittney. Kayla's using her whole body against just this bicep. Kayla's gonna be able to win that battle every time, and here comes the tap. As soon as that arm straightens out, it's Kayla's body versus Brittney's right arm. She's gonna win every time.
Boss Rutan is inside the cage with a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and a perfect record of 1-0 in the PFL.
Wow. So, how did that feel for your first fight in the mixed martial arts?
Well, thank you, Chicago. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I tell you what, boss, I was wicked nervous. Wicked nervous.
Well, what was the difference? Like coming out in an Olympic game, no people are not screaming like here, and during the game also.
Yeah.
Did that distract you?
Well, I mean, there's no pressure like the pressure of an Olympic final. I think the reason I was so nervous is because this is all new. You know, no one's ever locked me in a cage and said, go kill someone. So, it was a lot of fun, though. I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait till the next one.
You said that you didn't know how to behave. You said, I'm standing in front of her, I don't know if I have to look angry at pictures. What do? I have no clue what to do. Did you figure it out now?
Well, I mean, like, yesterday at the weigh-in, it was my first official weigh-in where you, like, you know, fake weigh-in, and then you have a face-off. It was my first ever face-off, and I'm like, what do I do with my hands? I didn't know what to do, so I'm gonna figure it out as I go along, though. I had a lot of fun.
How good is it to have Big Jim in your corner right now?
Big Jim, everybody! Big Jim!
Jim Pedro Sr., guys. This guy's unreal.
He's a legend. He's a legend, not just in the sport, not just as a coach, but as a human being. You know, I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for him, so I owe him my career, I owe him my life. We love Big Jim.
All right, so what's next? What do you want to do next? Is there somebody you look out for? I don't think so. You're just a girl.
Everybody better watch out.
That's the adrenaline talking right now. But serious, what do you want to buy? Who would you like to fight? Is there somebody that you say, ah, that would be a great matchup for me?
I don't have anybody in mind. You know, I want to fight. I want to get better. I have a goal, and that's to be the best in the world. So whoever wants to come step in the cage with me, let's do it.
What about a nickname? You don't have a nickname now. What about two-time?
Two-time. It sounds a little bit like, you know.
Two-time gold medalist.
Two-time Olympic champion. That's not a nickname. That's truth.
Oh, there we go. Well, I got to say so. El Guapo is my nickname. I'm hoping that being handsome is true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much, Kayla. Awesome fight. Kayla Harrison.
Women's MMA history will be made here tonight at the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden. Here's our cage muscle tail of the tape. 4-inch leg reach advantage for Kayla Harrison, the 2 seed. Larissa Pacheco, 69-inch reach gives her a 3-inch advantage in the punching exchanges, and I believe that's what she wants to do in this fight, is keep it standing, because a grappling exchange with a 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, probably not the best idea.
Absolutely correct.
Lillian Garcia gets our final title bout of the evening started.
Fight fans, this is the final championship fight of the night, and it is a history-making bout in the women's lightweight division. This is presented to you by Presidente. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, standing at 5 feet 6, weighing in officially at 154 pounds. In 16 professional fights, she has a record of 13 victories and 3 defeats, with 12 wins by stoppage. She is the number 4 seed, fighting out of Marituba, Brazil. Here is Larissa Pacheco. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She specializes in judo, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially at 155 pounds. She has an undefeated record of 6-0 and is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. Here is the number 2 seed, fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Mike Beltran.
There's Kayla's mom here. Drove out from Ohio to watch her daughter fight for the World Championship in the Professional Fighters League.
Mike Beltran will monitor the action in our 6th and final title bout. Women's 155-pound history to be made here. Don't forget, Bad Boys for Life, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, January 17th in theaters. And our final title bout underway. Kayla Harrison in the red, Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. USA versus Brazil.
Harrison in the southpaw stance.
Pacheco tests out a right hand. That was very successful for her against the smaller Sarah Kaufman in her semifinal bout. Can she find a home for the right hand against Kayla Harrison?
And that is the appropriate tool against the southpaw. Keep throwing that straight right down the middle.
So a clash of the heads there. Maybe a bit of an eye poke there. No stoppage though. Kayla Harrison shakes it off. Throws up a front kick. Body kick caught. And Kayla Harrison presses Larissa Pacheco up against the cage. Pacheco initially framing out the head there of Kayla Harrison, but now a body lock for the 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist. He goes to work with some knees to the legs.
Inside trip, nice inside trip.
Pacheco closes the guard. Content perhaps to just try and control the posture of Kayla Harrison and force a stand-up. Harrison walks through to the cage, starts to set up a little ground and pound. And that's one thing that we've seen very impressive skill set development from Kayla Harrison. It's hard to work effectively from the guard, as we've seen. Man, she postures up and throws punches from the top like that.
And she is very, very strong, very powerful.
Very explosive in these short windows. Larissa Pacheco attempting to negate the offense of Kayla Harrison from the top. Once again, locking her hands around the body of the American. Harrison passes all the way to side control.
Here's Harrison's corner.
Take your time. Knee on belly, knee on belly. Yes, yes. Keep touching, keep touching. Yeah. Yes, good. Yeah, good, good. She's good going to the mountain. Gonna pressure. Good.
See Mike Brown and some of the crew there from American Top Team. Kayla Harrison's camp.
Knee through. Knee through.
Larissa Pacheco
Shoulder pressure.
was able to get at least one half guard back.
Hammer fist.
Pacheco's got that underhook now. She can start circling towards that underhook, trying to find some elevation and get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Big left hands from the top here for Kayla Harrison. Pacheco able to grab the arm, slow down the onslaught. Pacheco attempts to dive in, grab a single leg as a manner of escape.
Pacheco goes to quarters, almost gives up her back. The fence saved her from giving up her back there. Nice little scramble here by Pacheco. She's trying to work to get out from underneath Kayla Harrison.
Her left arm is what stopped her. She needed an underhook on Kayla to maybe sneak underneath and out the back door, but Harrison grabs her own underhook and controls the posture of Larissa Pacheco. 30 seconds coming up on 30 seconds left here in round number one. The first ever women's lightweight title bout. $1 million and a belt on the line as Kayla Harrison passes to mount with 20 seconds remaining.
Harrison hips down, low mount, vinding in. Now she's climbing to high mount. This is going to get worse and worse for Pacheco. She's got to find a way out.
Pacheco hammer fist from the bottom.
A little bit of an armbar attempt, it looked like, by Harrison.
Back to her feet as Larissa Pacheco as the round closes out. And right back into the fray. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, cage side. Larissa Pacheco in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison undefeated still in the red. Successful first round for Kayla Harrison, Randy.
Absolutely. Pacheco landed a couple good shots. Harrison followed through, ran her to the fence, was able to get to the clinch. Inside trip was beautiful, and then very dominant controlling from the top position.
Nice left hand landed there for Larissa Pacheco. Kayla
Nice
Harrison,
double leg.
big double leg shot. Drives through and forces Larissa Pacheco to her back once again. Kayla Harrison pressing the Brazilian up against the cage right in front of our broadcast position. Back to work, Kayla Harrison goes on top, trying to extricate her leg from the guard of Larissa Pacheco. There's her mom, Jeannie. Had a health scare immediately after Thanksgiving. Been in rehab and recovery for a brain aneurysm. The goal was to be healthy enough to get here tonight. And as Kayla told us pre-fight, in their family, a goal set is a goal met. So her mom was able to make it tonight to watch her daughter in the attempt to win a championship, the first ever at women's 155, as Kayla goes to the full mount on Larissa Pacheco with a lot of time left here in round 2.
This has been a dominant performance by Kayla Harrison. This is a completely different Kayla. As she alluded to in her pre-fight interview, this is a much, much improved, much better Kayla Harrison.
Looking perhaps to set up an armbar attempt here. Tough against the cage.
Timeout now. Pacheco knows what she wants to do. She's doing her best to counter it. Nice scramble by Pacheco.
Back to her feet. Larissa Pacheco not out of trouble all the way yet. Kayla Harrison hanging heavy. Drags Pacheco down to the mat. Goes to the referee's position.
Hand control by Kayla Harrison. Keeping Pacheco in this position. Not allowing her to get hand control and find a way to her feet. Got one hook in. Fence preventing her from securing that other anchor on the other side. Pacheco with some hand control. A wrist ride, far side wrist ride by Kayla Harrison.
So far, Kayla Harrison definitively in control of this fight, but this is where Larissa Pacheco's experience in the cage is paying off. You can see even with Kayla riding her, putting the leg in here for a hook. She's going 2-on-1 on the arm, trying to control posture, not panicking, remaining calm under pressure here.
Look at our fight tracker here. You can see that 86% of this fight has been taking place right here on the cage, and that's predominantly because of Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison now takes the back of Larissa Pacheco. Trouble brewing here for the Brazilian with 90 seconds remaining here in round number 2.
A little turnabout is fair play in the first fight. Larissa had Kayla in this position.
To the mount goes Kayla Harrison as Larissa Pacheco tries to scramble out. She's able to recover a half guard here. I know our friend Eve Edwards is screaming for underhooks in his hospital bed.
With his hoarse voice.
You got to get that far side underhook if you're Larissa Pacheco. She has to shoot her right arm through if she wants to control the body and, more importantly, get Kayla Harrison's weight off of her. Once again to the full mount, Kayla Harrison.
How about the patience of Kayla Harrison? She's not in a hurry here. She's got great position. She just continues to move, and improve that and find ways to damage and hope to find a way to put Larissa Pacheco out of this fight.
And there's some of that heavy ground and pound. It's not necessarily a lot of volume from the top from Kayla Harrison, but she chooses her shots well. She's explosive in these tiny, tiny windows. Little 6, 8, 12-inch punches that pack a lot of heat behind them. It's rare to have that power on the ground. "15 seconds remaining here in round number 2. Larissa Pacheco once again spins around underneath the heavy pressure of Kayla Harrison. More ground and pound. Most of it blocks. Welcome back to 2019 PFL Championships. Our final belt being contested inside the PFL Smart Cage now. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here to observe and talk about the first ever women's lightweight championship. Larissa Pacheco representing Brazil in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison, the Olympic judo gold medalist, in the red. Kayla Harrison, Randy, has spent 50 minutes of mixed martial arts time in the cage in her career. 25 of those minutes have now been against Larissa Pacheco.
Wow, oh, there's the double again. She threw the right and then followed through right to the legs. Body lock, oh.
Pacheco able to counter the takedown attempt and end up on top, at least for now. Go three-quarter Nelson up here on top. Forcing the head of Kayla Harrison down.
Oh, big knee from that three-quarters as Harrison came up. Pacheco threw that big knee.
Brute strength on display there from Kayla Harrison. Not easy when your head is being forced into the mat to force your body weight and the body weight of an opponent all the way back to a standing position.
That is a ton of leverage from that three-quarter. And so to rear up with that yoke on your back is that's power.
Well, Kayla Harrison, we know she's a special athlete, not only from a physical standpoint, but her mentality, just the ability to grind through what it takes to become an Olympic champion, not once but twice. Can Larissa Pacheco find a way to counter that in this title bout? Up and down, and once again, Kayla Harrison on top in the guard of Larissa Pacheco. Brazilian closes her guard. Just over 3 minutes left in round number 3. Possible 5 in this 6th out of 6 championship bouts, PFL 2019 season. Randy, what does Kayla Harrison need to do to posture up and really put some heat on those strikes from the top?
I think clear her hands, get her head up, bring her hips in, and saddle like she's riding a horse. Saddle those legs of Larissa Pacheco. And then she can keep her head up and pick her shots. The fence is her friend right here. There's no angles for Larissa to escape out of. As long as she keeps her head down there in that nose-to-nose position, it's going to be hard to do a lot of damage.
Pacheco trying to climb to a higher guard. There Kayla Harrison goes to that posture you're talking about, gets her feet instead of her knees.
There's
on the
her
mat.
head.
Big left hand comes down, just misses there. Nice avoidance by Larissa Pacheco. Not a lot of room to move underneath. Inside the corner of Larissa Pacheco.
Don't let her gain the half guard. I need you to gain the side control. You need to gain the side control on this side, on the left side. Yep, that's it. Now get up.
Well, that left arm is the leverage point for Larissa Pacheco, as you heard her corner say. That's the underhook she needs. Got to turn to her right hip and try and get Kayla's weight off of her. Easier said than done. Nice left hand from the top there from Kayla Harrison. Hammer fist from the bottom there for Larissa Pacheco.
She's staying active from the bottom. She's making Kayla work for it for sure. I'd like to see her open her guard, start using those feet to create some scrambles. Those scrambles are going to be her way out, off of the bottom.
Striking with both shoulder blades on the ground on your back, it's just impossible to generate enough power in most circumstances.
You can distract somebody and irritate them, but you're not really going to hurt them. And again, I think with that closed guard, opened it for a second, and then went right back to that closed guard.
Two more right hands there. Kayla Harrison.
35 seconds, and we're going to be in championship territory in this fight. I'm really anxious to see how these two operate in the 4th and the 5th round.
Larissa Pacheco calling for Kayla Harrison to come down into her guard. We've seen that movie so far.
Yes, we have. I think the up kick was what she was looking for. She wanted to come in and try to catch her coming in.
10 seconds remaining here in round number 3. Larissa Pacheco once again on her back. Round 4 next. 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go in the first ever women's lightweight title bout here in Professional Fighters League. Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture. 6 title bouts tonight. 5 of those have been already decided. $5 million checks have been distributed. The winner of this will take another one home and a belt to go with it. Larissa Pacheco representing Marituba, Brazil. Probably looking at a situation where she needs a finish, maybe down three rounds on the judges' scorecard.
I agree 100%. I don't see any way that it's not 3 rounds to 0 right now for Kayla Harrison. The takedowns have been dominating
Nice
the
right
position
hand.
and the scrambles. She's just dominated every single aspect of this fight.
Pacheco appears to have landed a right hand there, but you gotta follow it up. Combinations are going to be the only answer here.
Both of them moving very, very well. Neither one of them seem to be having any trouble with their conditioning or fatigue. Big left hand by Kayla. That just missed.
One thing that we've been waiting to see all year is, does Kayla get comfortable with her striking? Does she plant her feet and throw some big combinations? This might not be the time to do it with 3 rounds in the bag in a title bout, but she's moving her head.
There was that left hand again, and Larissa was able to counter off of it.
When Larissa Pacheco earned her spot in this final, she did it via upset over Sarah Coffin, who is the #1 seed in our regular season, and she did it with good movements, long strikes, a formidable right hand. If she can implement that against Kayla Harrison, we really don't know how Kayla handles striking damage, and we might not find out right now.
Beautiful setup to that double leg, travels, stays on her feet, keeps her feet moving, and runs her all the way through to the base of the cage. That was picture perfect.
Pacheco reaches over, tries to grab that Kimura. She'll try and isolate that arm, pull it out. Kayla Harrison defending properly, tucking the arm in, grabbing her inner thigh. Very, very tough submission to secure with someone as physically strong as Kayla Harrison. Back to the grind against the cage we go. Kayla throwing left hands from the top.
Kayla with Larissa's back. She has no anchor yet, but she's definitely secured the back position. That fence is working for her. She's keeping that pressure, keeping Pacheco pinned against that fence. And she sucks her back, trying to get an anchor in. There's one anchor. Pacheco's going to turn. Keep her from getting that other anchor in on that far hip, that bottom hip.
Pacheco had the necessary underhook for a moment there, but Kayla Harrison wisely extricates her arm, regains control from the top position. Larissa Pacheco flat on her back once again, and you just can't make anything happen from here, Randy.
Very tough to do anything effective. She's got to create scrambles and find a way out from underneath Kayla Harrison, and that's no easy task.
You can make a legitimate case that Kayla Harrison is the best grappling sports athlete in the history of American sport. No judoka has ever won 2 Olympic gold medals before her. Now she's an undefeated mixed martial artist. Several submissions already under her belt.
That's male or female in this country. And she's really starting to chain wrestle and put things together and make nice transitions. There's Kayla's mother watching her daughter make history. The most impressive thing is how far Kayla's come in just 7 fights. And this is her 7th fight.
Yeah.
And look at the transition she's making. Look at all the different things that she's learning and adding. The tools that she's putting in that tool belt. And she's just going to get tougher and tougher and tougher and harder for these girls to deal with.
30 seconds left in round number 4. Larissa Pacheco running out of time to try and rally and get a finish over Kayla Harrison. The same, I suppose, could be said of Kayla Harrison. Nice sweep attempt there on that kick from the bottom for Larissa Pacheco. Back to her feet, she scrambled. Able to compromise the balance there of Harrison.
That surprised Kayla, but it just surprised me. I didn't see that one coming. She just shin kicked that foot right out.
Randy. It's the biggest night in MMA.
It sure is.
Sean O'Connell and Randy Couture here cage side for 5 more minutes potentially.
Not even an inkling of weariness or fatigue in Kayla Harrison. Larissa's showing a little wear from the time she spent on the bottom in 4 rounds of this fight now.
You can see the strike disparity there on the bottom. 104 strikes have landed for Kayla Harrison. Only 10 so far for Pacheco. Unable to get offense off because of the excellent wrestling, the timing, the entries, and those Kayla Harrison takedowns.
There's another one coming too. You can see her setting it up. The head fake is there. She's going to wait for Larissa to extend one of those hands, and she's coming right under it.
Mike Brown called for a feint, left hand, and then a shot. So watch for that combination to come out of the corner. One thing we know about Kayla Harrison, she absorbs coaching very well. Left hand from Harrison, right hand from Pacheco. Neither landing with much force. Pacheco attempts that front kick. We've seen both women try that one in this fight. Scary proposition, lifting one leg off the ground against the grappler, the caliber of Kayla Harrison.
Moves her head, her footwork is great. She's making Larissa Pacheco chase her around a little bit. That's going to lead her right into that double. There it is. Nice change. Nice job by Larissa. Change the angle of her hips.
Encouraging to avoid one of those takedown attempts.
Oh, good.
Can you build momentum? Nice 1-2 there from Larissa Pacheco. Will she get more aggressive in the striking here in the 5th and final round? Pacheco now striding forward. We saw that earlier tonight.
Nice sprawl by Pacheco. Kayla didn't set it up as well as she should have.
Pacheco on a front choke here.
Nice hand control by Kayla.
A 10-finger guillotine attempt there maybe for Larissa Pacheco, defended properly by Kayla Harrison. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this title bout. Pacheco still doggedly hanging on the neck of Kayla.
There's a cow catcher. She was trying to tip her over and put her on her back. Kayla gets out.
Kayla throws a left high kick to try on the exit, maybe deter more of that striking from Larissa Pacheco. Inside of 2 minutes now. Left hand from Kayla Harrison turning it up here.
Pacheco's pressing now. She feels the urgency. Minute 45 left in this fight, and she's got to have a finish.
She wants it, she's gonna have to throw.
Nice head toss.
Down goes Larissa Pacheco. Kayla Harrison on top.
A master in judo right there.
She wanted a finish in this fight. She has 90 seconds left to get it.
Fighting a girl that has almost three times as many fights as her, and she's just been methodical and just unwound her and picked her apart in every situation.
Inside of 1 minute now, Pacheco running out of time to try and make a miracle happen. Kayla Harrison continuing her dominant run in the sport of mixed martial arts.
Kayla's gonna get to mount.
All the way to mount for Kayla Harrison. 40 seconds left. Left hand raining down.
She's gonna climb up to a high mount now. She's a low mount. She's working her way up to high mount. Look for the isolated arm. You can see it coming. Pacheco knows. She's very, very good at keeping those arms out of the way of those hips.
Great job there to defend by Pacheco, but it's been defense the whole fight for Larissa. Nice.
There's an anchor. There's Reardon. She got it back completely now. Oh, she lost her hook.
10 seconds left. There's the clapper, Kayla Harrison. looks to improve to 7-0 in mixed martial arts and claim the first ever title bouts in the biggest night in MMA in the books. There's our Cageonomics final fight stats for the Women's Lightweight Championship. Impressive performance once again from Kayla Harrison. 107 ground strikes landed, and of course, those 5 takedowns.
Gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the totals are 50-43, 50-45, and 50-45, all for the winner by unanimous decision. Your newest millionaire and the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight Division Champion of the world, Kayla Harrison!
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the belt presented by heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson. And the $1 million check presented by PFL CEO, Pete Murray.
Oh my God, Mike Tyson's giving me my belt. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Pete. Thank you.
Kayla, great fight, amazing job. The double legs were spectacular.
Oh, thank you.
Was that the game plan going in?
Yeah, you know, be smart, pick my shots, be patient on my feet. We know Larissa's tough. We know she's really good pretty much everywhere, but I'm better at grappling, I would say, and just had to watch out for that big right hand, which she caught me with a couple of times. I rolled my ankle or something in the second round, so that was a little bit of a setback, but that was the game plan. Patient, patient takedown.
Awesome. You want to say something to your mom?
Mama, I love you. We're millionaires.
Ladies and gentlemen, the lightweight champion of the world for the first time in mixed martial arts, Kayla Harrison.
We'll take a look at our tail of the tape brought to you by Presidente. Kayla Harrison, 5 years older, the very young and very experienced Marina Mokhnatkina. Kayla Harrison is also 4 inches taller. Same reach on the arms, slight advantage for Kayla Harrison on the leg reach. Lillian Garcia, would you please?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your co-main event of the evening, and it's in the women's lightweight division, presented to you by Presidente. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, she specializes in judo and Muay Thai. Standing at 5'4", she officially weighs in at 153 pounds. In 26 professional bouts, this veteran has a record of 16 victories and 10 losses with 12 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of São João de Boa Vista, Brazil, here is Mariana the Razor Moraes. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, she is a two-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 155 1/4 pounds. In 8 professional bouts, she is undefeated with 6 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Gary Copeland.
Gary Copeland oversees our co-main event. Moraes in the black and gray. Kayla Harrison, the returning champion, in
Round
the
one,
red.
you ready, blue? Round one, you ready, red? Let's fight.
Kick right up the top from Kayla Harrison. Moraes comes back with a jab. Kayla Harrison, southpaw stance. Grabs a hold of Mariana Moraes. Couple of knees, and now pressure against the cage.
Already able to get to the clinch and able to set it up with some nice strikes. And she's pressuring Moraes up against the cage right now.
Now, Moraes has some judo experience, so she may not fall for some of the easier tricks that Kayla might try to pull.
Well, Kayla has an arsenal that goes way beyond the easy tricks. Right now, it's just a big body lock and dumps Moraes right to her back. Kayla Harrison lands inside control.
Yeah, we saw some great off-balancing or kazushi that you see in judo. Ended up tripping Moraes right into side control, now moving into mount.
She started to swing her one way, then changed directions, caught her off balance, and took her the other way to get her to the ground.
Heavy strikes from the top as Mariana Moraes bellies out. Kayla Harrison not relenting, not letting up. The right hand coming down like a piston, and now the left. Copeland asking for more action, and that's enough. 90 seconds in, Kayla Harrison. familiar faces there. Cageonomics Stats Bundle brought to you by Geico. Big takedown, and of course, the ground and pound. A perfect score of 100 for the first round finish. Kayla Harrison gets the job done. FPR brought to you by Rich Energy. Lillian Garcia has the official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 1 minute and 23 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by TKO and earning 6 points in the women's lightweight division, Kayla Harrison!
Cindy Dandois, 6 years older than her counterpart in this one. Kayla Harrison is an inch taller. Dandois weighed in under the lightweight limit. She does have a reach advantage of 4 inches in the stand-up. And to Lillian Garcia we go.
Fight fans, this is the main event, and it is in the women's lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She specializes in judo. Standing at 5'7", she officially weighs in at 152 1/4 pounds. In 22 professional bouts, this veteran has a record of 16 victories and 6 defeats, with 13 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Antwerp, Belgium, here is Cindy, the Battle Cat Dandois. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 156 pounds. In 9 professional bouts, she has an undefeated record with 7 wins by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison! Your referee in charge, Vitor Shaolin.
Not a typo on those betting odds if you're just tuning in with us. Kayla Harrison minus 33.35. That's like Randy Couture versus Kenny Florian kind of odds. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian.
I still don't think they'd be that big on it.
Kayla Harrison in the red, Cindy Dandois, the Belgian, in the black and gray. 2 judokas. One of them has 2 Olympic gold medals. Harrison in the southpaw stance. Motion around the outside of the smart cage by Cindy Dandois.
Kayla just stalking, trying to cut off the cage, looking for her opportunity to clinch.
Body kick there from Kayla Harrison, and a straight left. Dandois dives for a low single. Bowled over by Kayla Harrison. Dandois trying to control the arms of Kayla. Closes her guard, does Dandois. And this is where Harrison is a real problem for anybody. Her ground and pound is as good as you will see in this sport. Watch as she moves the defense and puts emphatic power behind every strike. Compromising the posture of Cindy Dandois, and the left hand comes down.
There's the pass. Cross-side position now by Harrison. She's gonna step over the leg, look for face-up crucifix.
And that's the thing, it's not only her ground and pound, her position is so sharp. You rarely see her lose position once she gets on top. She is pounding away already on Dandois.
She keeps stepping over that.
She's going into that
topside triangle.
Yeah, she's looking for that side triangle, it seems. Dandois able to get her arm out of there.
Harrison regrips, repositions, hunkers down. Now knee on belly.
She's so strong, but some of that strength comes because she's never out of position.
Yeah.
She's just amazing.
Oh.
And Cindy Dandois is able to flip over Kayla Harrison and says, no thank you.
Yep, her hips got a little too high, went over her head. Dandois was able to feel that and rolled her temporarily.
Dandois is a savvy veteran, far more experienced in the sport of mixed martial arts than Kayla Harrison is.
You know, she said something interesting. She said, you know, so many people have lost before they've even gotten in there with Harrison. That's not going to be the case with me. She feels she offers something a little bit different than other people that Harrison has faced. So far, she's hanging in there.
Closes the guard again. Cindy Dandois hanging on the head, trying to control the posture of Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison has 1 minute to clinch the #1 seed. If not, Larissa Pacheco will hang on to the #1 spot. 90 seconds remain here in the first round. Harrison stands up out of the guard. Kicking at the legs of Cindy Dandois. Oh. There comes a big left hand.
Love how Kayla uses her hips. She got her head up, brought her hips in, controlled those feet.
And to the
now,
mouth.
full mount.
More ground and pound from Kayla Harrison. Controlling the position here once again.
40 seconds in the first period.
Uh-oh. Kayla doing a good job of controlling that wrist and pounding away with her free hand.
Now she's passed.
She might be trying to set up an armbar.
There it is.
There it is. She sits over. Will the barrier stop her from laying back on it? As Dandois walks out, she actually gives Kayla the space. And there is the tap. Kayla Harrison armbar. Cindy Dandois hyperextends that elbow. Quick 6 for Kayla Harrison. First, our Cageonomics Stats Bundle presented by Geico. Kayla Harrison successful after some ground and pound with that submission finish. It's official when we return. Welcome back, fight fans. We have just concluded our main event, and you can see the fighter performance rating brought to you by Rich Energy. Kayla Harrison with a perfect score of 100 because she was able to secure a finish via armbar. Here comes some replays, Kenny. Lillian Garcia makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes and 44 seconds of round number 1. Submission by armbar, earning 6 points and clinching the number 2 seed in the 2021 PFL playoffs, Kayla Harrison!
Kayla Harrison, 1 year older, she's 2 inches taller. Taylor Guardado with a 3-inch advantage in the arms. Kayla Harrison, the slight advantage in the legs. And with that, we send it one more time to Lillian Garcia.
And now it is time for your main event. This championship fight is in the women's lightweight division, and it is presented to you by Frank's Red Hot. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a striker, standing at 5'6". She officially weighs in 154 1/2 pounds. In 4 professional bouts, she has a record of 3 wins with only 1 loss. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, here is your number 4 seed, Taylor Guardado. Her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in judo. Standing at 5'8", she officially weighs in at 153 3/4 pounds. She has an undefeated record of 11 victories against 0 defeats. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, here is your number 2 seed and the 2019 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison! Your referee in charge, Andrew Glenn.
Andrew Glenn will oversee our main event of the evening. Kayla Harrison in the red, Taylor Guardado in the black and gray.
You ready?
Touch of the gloves, Kayla Harrison in the southpaw stance. Blitzing attack to open things from Taylor Guardado, and a right hand. Little clinch here in the center of the cage. Kayla Harrison trying the trip. Nice knee from Taylor Guardado. And another.
Nice inside trip by Kayla Harrison. Looked like Taylor was doing a great job of framing with that arm across the neck. Kayla had an answer for it. Beautiful inside trip.
An aggressive game plan from Taylor Guardado early, coming out with flurries and punches, some knees on the inside, and now she finds herself on her back underneath one of the best ground and pound artists in mixed martial arts. Man or woman, Kayla Harrison puts bad intentions on every strike from the top.
Yeah, she's mixing up very well, going to the body, then to the head. Has good posture, good position.
Harrison able to step over into a half mount position here. Guardado framing with her leg, and Harrison pushed that bottom leg down, stepped right over it. Just over 1 minute gone here in the opening frame of this championship.
Harrison looking to mount. Harrison looking to climb into mount position, potentially.
She'll go to side control instead. Guardado's gonna have to mind her left arm, try to avoid that crucifix position where we've seen Kayla Harrison try to put people in the past.
Here comes the mount. Nice job by Guardado, pulling half guard, preventing Kayla Harrison from stepping into the mount position.
Great shoulder position there from Kayla Harrison as she starts to attack that Kimura on the right arm of Guardado. And she has that double attack. She can either go into the mount or into side control or go for the Kimura.
Change it to an Americana possibly.
Let's go with the right arm, goes back to work, pummeling with the left hand. Now stepping once again. Full mount for Kayla Harrison.
Watch the armbar attempt here. Kayla's gonna start to switch here. Now she's got Guardado's back.
Kayla just stays so busy, always getting you to try to defend something where she can open up a submission, defend the strike, she goes for a submission. Defend the submission, she goes for a strike. She's non-stop working for something.
The total package: power, athleticism, position, technique, mindset. I mean, she is the total package.
And for someone who's still young in their mixed martial arts career, this is her 12th pro fight. She certainly behaves like a seasoned pro in there. I suppose a lifetime of high-level judo will help you with that. Harrison with a back take here. Guardado just trying to defend her limbs and neck.
See if Taylor can get her head to the mat and turn and face Kayla. Not able to do it. There's a better position for her. She has that knee shield, needs to create a little bit more space, try to frame away and get back to her feet.
Back to the closed guard for Taylor Guardado. Small victory here in the late goings of round one. But there's that ground and pound I was talking about from Kayla Harrison.
Big swing and a miss. Guardado takes advantage of it, finds a way back to her feet. Oh, nice little front kick.
And a left hand from Kayla Harrison. Taking this opportunity to put some of her striking skills on display.
A little blood coming from Kayla's nose.
I don't know if it's her nose or her mouth, but look, those flurries from...
Oh, nice Uchimata. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful throw there.
That is a judo gold medalist. And now Taylor Guardado's got to protect that right arm. If Kayla can get it over her thigh and under her foreleg, things can get very ugly very quickly with that Americana attack. Look through the ghost cam as we close out the round. Kayla Harrison with a dominant round. Round number 2 here of a possible 5 Women's Lightweight World Championship. $1 million on the line for these two women. And of course, a PFL Season 3 title to go along with it. For Kayla Harrison, it's about more than just that. She wants to be the best fighter in the world. She's undefeated so far in her mixed martial arts career. Looking to keep that 0 in the loss column. Clash at the center. Kayla Harrison misses with a kick up the middle. High kick attempt there from Kayla, and now she's in on a body lock.
Nice little foot wheel.
Just scoop the legs right out from under Taylor Guardado. The frustration that we were talking about earlier with Mavlid Haibulaev when he was able to grind out that victory in a title bout against Chris Wade. Everything you counter, even if you do it successfully, Kayla's got an answer for it.
I mean, you have to counter her. The fight's over, right? You don't really score points for the countering. You're just staying in the fight by countering. But it's got to be frustrating when somebody has an answer for everything you try to do.
And this is a brutal position. Taylor's neck really compromised here, her head up against the cage. And this is a great position here for Kayla. She has full posture here and just raining down blows out. And she could step up and over that leg. And there she goes.
If you're a young mixed martial artist and you want a clinic on ground and pound, watch Kayla Harrison. She moves the defense and then she throws strikes. She postures effectively. She's always attacking, making you react.
Yeah, it's the kind of pressure and kind of skill that makes you feel like everything you do is wrong.
Harrison heavy on top of Taylor Guardado. Women's World Championship as she steps over to the mount. Take a look through the ref cam. Round 2 almost halfway gone here. Peppering shots from Kayla. Taylor Guardado just trying to lock down on the head control here.
Now that's going to stop her from posturing up and landing blows, but it's not going to help her positionally. It's only a matter of time before Kayla does just that, and Taylor's got to watch out for that arm.
The fence is going to prohibit Kayla from stepping around that arm for an arm bar.
There you go. Yeah, keep chipping, keep chipping.
Now Taylor might be giving up her back here.
2 minutes. You can just keep chipping there. Yeah, keep chipping, keep going.
And Kayla's staying patient. She's not forcing the submission. She's not forcing the finish. She's taking her time.
Use your hands to bridge up.
Oh, she has her flattened out. This is not good.
This is not good at all.
Hammering down on the ear of Taylor Guardado, Kayla Harrison.
Referee looking at it. He's very close here. Looking at the competitors.
Harrison putting on a clinic here of control.
Both hooks in now for Kayla Harrison.
Good, follow your back. Follow your back and grab it. Watch that arm. Go, go, go. Nice.
Taylor Guardado able to get off of her stomach there, but once again, Kayla Harrison goes right into full mount.
Here's the armbar.
Here comes the armbar attempt. Kayla Harrison falls back for it. Nice defense so far by Taylor Guardado. Kayla will continue to chain together this attack. There it is, and there's the tap. Kayla Harrison, 1 minute remaining in round number 2, remains undefeated and secures back-to-back PFL championships. There's a look at our Cageonomics stats bundle presented by Geico. A lot of those strikes from Kayla Harrison on the ground, 3 takedowns, and an armbar finish. We'll make it official when we return.
Fight fans, the stoppage comes officially at 4 minutes of round number 2. Submission by armbar. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 PFL Women's Lightweight World Champion, Kayla Harrison.
Ray Sefo presents Kayla Harrison with her 2nd straight belt. The PFL CEO, Pete Murray, will hand Kayla Harrison her 2nd straight $1 million check. And the baddest woman on the planet promising a bunch of LOL dolls to her lovely daughter. Kayla, back-to-back championships, another brutally efficient performance from the baddest woman on the planet. Does it feel different the 2nd time around?
You know, I just feel way more grateful, I think, a lot more gratitude. You know, I realize that nothing in this world is given, you have to earn it all, and I'm very blessed and very lucky that I work hard every day, and I want to thank my coaches, American Top Team, my judo family, everyone, my regular family, everyone who supported me from day one, my church family, everyone. I just really, really appreciate it. I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for them. I love all of you very, very much. And my little wolf pack at home. I definitely wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for them.
Well, good things come in pairs, right? 2 Olympic gold medals, 2 kids, 2 championship belts, and indulge me if you will, we want to look at some of these replays over here on the screen. Taylor Guardado was able to land a right hand early, and after that, you took over and imposed your will.
Yeah, she came out swinging. It was a great game plan, actually, because I was planning on feeling her out, and she said, we're not going to do any of that. Really great game plan, caught me off guard, but when all else fails, grapple.
You're pretty decent at that, and you secured the armbar victory. 1 minute left in round number 2. What's next for the baddest woman on the planet?
Well, I'm gonna
Good job, man.
probably take my kids on a vacation, go home to Ohio for Thanksgiving. We gotta go pick up Emery from school tomorrow. That's all I got planned for now. Back to the gym ASAP.
The baddest mom on the planet, Kayla Harrison, back-to-back championships. Congratulations once again.
Sean, you look great tonight, by the way. Just wanted to let you know.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Here's your Bud Light tail of the tape for this main event. Caitlin Young is 5 years older. She is 1 inch taller. She has a 3-inch arm reach advantage. The longer legs favor Kayla Harrison. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event and the final regular season bout of PFL Season 4 in 2022. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. Fighting with an MMA record of 12 wins, 12 losses, and 1 no contest. Holder of 8 knockout victories, Caitlin, the striking Viking Young. Her opponent fighting out of the red corner, 2-time Olympic judo gold medalist, twice PFL women's lightweight champion, undefeated mixed martial arts record of 13 wins and 0 losses. 10 of those wins coming by way of stoppage. Kayla Harrison. Referee in charge of this main event, Rob Hines. Kayla Harrison in the blue trunks, Caitlin Young in the gray. Harrison, the overwhelming favorite here.
First round, you ready?
Fighting to determine her seeding in the playoffs. She has to win to get there first. Caitlin Young can spoil the party for Kayla Harrison with a victory. Southpaw stance for Kayla.
Don't put the fingers forward, Kayla.
You can see those live odds have swung even further in the favor of Kayla Harrison. Someone confident enough this week, though, a verified wager of $2.7 million on a Kayla Harrison win. Depending on exactly what odds they put that wager at, probably around a $100,000 payout, having risked $2.7 million. Kenny, that's a lot of confidence in Kayla's ability.
That's a lot of confidence and a lot of money, no doubt. Kayla keeps feinting with that left hand. She's disguising that left hand and potentially disguising that entry into a takedown as well. There it is.
There it is. Explosive power. Kayla Harrison runs through it, lands inside control, and immediately goes to work trying to grab the full mount.
And already doing a better job of showing more variety, disguising what she wants to do here in this fight against Caitlin than she did in her first one against Mokhnatkina.
In the women's lightweight standings, we showed you that Larissa Pacheco has already secured the #1 seed. If Kayla Harrison wants to avoid her in a semifinal, all she has to do is finish here.
She's trying to set up a crucifix. She's trying to put that right arm of Caitlin Young between her legs where she can control. She also has the mount here if she wants to advance into that position. Now with the cage makes it a little trickier though.
Nice work here by Caitlin Young, walking her feet along the cage. Now to a north-south position. Larissa Pacheco watching on. Kayla Harrison now taking the back, 1 hook in.
Caitlin trying to turn and face her. This is a little bit better of a position for her. Kayla decides not to take the back, decides to just put Young on her back.
So Kayla's gonna slide back into full mount.
She has that arm trapped as well, Randy.
That's got that wrist right on the far side. Now both hooks in. Young did a nice job getting that hook, getting rid of that last hook.
Start to fight back.
Kayla did great on that double-legged. She trampolined off of the cage.
Right hand keeps pummeling down here. Referee looking on closely.
That's it.
He'll step in and stop it halfway through round #1 to the protest of Caitlin Young.
Yeah.
Kayla Harrison clinches a playoff spot with that quick 6 finish. Talking to her corner. There's your Geico Cageonomics stats bundle. The one takedown was really the big difference here. A victory for Kayla Harrison. We'll speak to the winner when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rob Hines calls a halt to this bout 2 minutes and 35 seconds into round number 1. Your winner by TKO, earning 6 points in the women's lightweight division and clinching the number 2 seed, Kayla Harrison.
And our women's lightweight brackets are set now. Larissa Pacheco will be taking on Olena Kolesnik, and Kayla Harrison will be taking on Martina Yindrova in a classic grappler versus striker matchup. Sean O'Connell is in the smart cage with Kayla Harrison.
Someone doesn't buy me
Sean.
these shoes by the end of this year. Sean.
Thank you, Kenny. I'm being bullied by the 2-time women's lightweight champion, Kayla Harrison. She's demanding that somebody buy her these shoes. I can't help that.
It's my birthday tomorrow, y'all. Can you wish me happy birthday? 29 and feeling fine.
Yes, 29 again for Kayla Harrison. All right, let's talk about the fight, the big double leg, the TKO. Is this how you wanted to get it done here?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the goal is to go out and dominate. Sometimes you just feel it. When you feel it, you just blast double like Mako says and just get him down. You know what I'm saying? Mako Mondays, everybody.
Mako Mondays successful here. Let's talk about the playoff seeding. You secure the number 2 seed. I don't know if you saw the bracket.
I did.
Martina Yindrova will be your first round opponent.
Awesome.
You're also headed to London, and that playoff bout will be almost 10 years to the day since you had another pretty decent athletic accomplishment in London, an Olympic gold medal.
Yes, Sean, but no one wants to talk about my past, okay? We want to talk about my future. And listen, if everyone, you see those shirts right there, you see the shirts my corner's wearing? Those, if you go buy a Kayla Harrison shirt, all of the profits go to my Fearless Foundation, which is for fighting sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. So for my birthday, everyone went and bought a shirt, I would be very happy. Oh my gosh, is this for me?
And a birthday cake, no candles, but...
The greatest present I ever got was my 2 children, so that's all I could ever ask for. I'm a happy woman.
Victorious, headed to London for the playoffs, Kayla Harrison. Tail of tape for this showcase bout brought to you by Bose. Kayla Harrison is 33 years of age, making her 5 years older than Aspen Ladd. She's also 2 inches taller. Both women turned in a 66-inch measurement on the arm reach. The longer legs belong to Kayla Harrison in this one.
All right, the keys to victory here for Kayla Harrison got to be about controlled aggression. Her takedowns are always going to be crucial to her success inside the smart cage and also her ground control. For Aspen Ladd, it's got to be about her footwork, her counter striking, and she needs to have some answers if she is on her back. And if she is, she can't stay there for too long.
And here's Andy Shepard.
The following fight is a special showcase bout. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. She is a grappling specialist and stands 5 feet 6 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 150 pounds and holds a record of 11 wins and 4 losses. 8 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of El Dorado Hills, California, Aspen Ladd. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. She is a judo specialist and stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in officially at 150.5 pounds and holds a professional MMA record of 15 victories and 1 defeat. 12 wins coming by way of stoppage. Fighting out of Middletown, Ohio, she is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and 2-time PFL Women's Lightweight Champion, Kayla Harrison. Your referee in charge, Joan Valev.
On my cue, ladies. Kayla Harrison in the purple trunks, Aspen Ladd in the gray, Randy Couture, Sean O'Connell, Kenny Floyd here beside the PFL Smart Cage, Dan Hardy, Brett Okamoto also in the building. Our betting experts are Jonathan Coachman and Ian Parker. Harrison in a southpaw stance, Ladd in the orthodox, overhand left here from Kayla.
Already Kayla looks much lighter on her feet. Nice ability to get in and out. So much better footwork already.
Getting comfortable with that left hand, looping and straight. Got to watch out for the hooks of Aspen Ladd.
Good head movement, stay out of lead foot. Stay outside your lead side, Ab. Lead side, lead your lead foot. Stack that gap. Stack that gap, lead your lead foot, and offset.
Little slip on that high kick attempt here from Kayla. And now up and down she goes.
Beautiful duck under, beautiful finish with the flare.
Yeah, the little slip almost allowed her to get that level change.
Yeah, came right under that armpit, got in that duck position, great, and finished.
She's looking for that crucifix now. As Aspen starts to frame on that hip, she'll push down that near side arm, step over it, trap it, and wail away at the head with her right hand. There she goes.
Let's do ref cam. There is that, temporarily at least, the crucifix position. Now on the opposite side, four-side control. Went all the way around the North Pole there.
Aspen said that a lot of fighters that face Kayla Harrison kind of accept the takedowns and just stay down there, but a lot of that has to do with the control of Kayla Harrison. You know,
yeah.
Aspen is not moving at all. Why? Because of the control of Kayla Harrison right now.
His control position is very, very big in judo, the pin.
Yeah.
And I know that the judo rules change all the time, but this is why she's so good from this top position. It's so hard to get out from underneath.
Very difficult to move from this position.
There she tucks Aspen Ladd's right arm underneath her own leg, but Aspen Ladd grabs the underhook and then gets mounted. Now Kayla Harrison.
Nice job by Aspen.
With chain wrestling here from Aspen Ladd. Up.
Oh, look at this.
Under the hips.
Nice.
Oh, and a beautiful reversal with the toss. Kayla Harrison used the momentum on that driving double leg attempt.
Yeah, and it was a good attempt by Aspen Ladd, but just Kayla was able to get her hips underneath the hips of Aspen Ladd and counter that takedown. Beautiful.
Nice little whip over by Kayla to establish that top position.
Kayla sitting her hips out to the head of Aspen Ladd.
Aspen doing a good job of trying to find a way to get her legs back in this fight.
Yeah, and Harrison using her left arm, just trying to block the hips a little bit. Now posturing up for some nice ground and pound. But Aspen staying busy now. When she's in her guard, she is trying to move Kayla. She is trying to threaten to get up.
Nice right hand snuck through there from Kayla Harrison. Throws the legs aside and just misses with the driving left hand from the top.
Tell you what, Kayla looks as fit as I've ever seen her at this weight. Holy cow.
Yeah, she looks so lean. Very
Harrison
muscular.
now trying to take the back of Aspen Ladd. 90 seconds remain here in the first round.
Good hand, but controlled by Aspen Ladd. Trying to tie Kayla up and frustrate her.
Yeah, and this is where Aspen can get to her feet here.
Pummeling right hands from Kayla Harrison. Grounded. Trying to kick and trip this lead leg away from Aspen Ladd as she builds a base on it.
Kayla doing a good job of staying busy. She's always either disrupting your base or staying busy with her ground and pound.
She's gonna take your foot away again.
Great coaching from Aspen Ladd's corner.
Turn, elbow in the
giving
hole.
her some anticipation of the techniques that are
Turn it all
about to come from Kayla Harrison. Take a look through ref cam here. Smothering pressure.
Ladd trying to get some hand control, trying to get inside Kayla's lock.
And look, building back your base and getting 2 feet on the ground against Kayla Harrison when she's in that near crucifix position. This is a small victory for Aspen Ladd to even get back to this relative safety.
I'm not sure we've seen anybody else be able to do it, frankly.
Aspen staying very calm, just ate a knee there though. Just needs to try to pummel that elbow in and turn and face Kayla.
End of round 1. Kayla Harrison pressuring Aspen Ladd up against the smart cage barrier. Back to the corners they go.
There's that straight left hand right down the middle, right on the button by Kayla Harrison, and the swing and a miss by Aspen Ladd. There's the slip from the high kick, the left high kick, right into the duck under, and a beautiful flaring finish from that duck under position. Here's Ladd getting her feet under her, nice reversal. Kayla scrambling to try and get some purchase. And here comes the whip over. She uses that whizzer and whips Ladd over to stay on top. Here's the knee from the outside.
Let's go, seconds out.
Ladd's hands tied up, flush on the face.
Look at me. When you're posturing on the face, watch where your fingers go. You're good. Right? Here we go. Fight!
Kayla Harrison in the purple, Aspen Ladd in the gray. Showcase bout here at 150 pounds. Ian Parker, our betting expert. Remind me how we played this fight.
Sean, we played Kayla Harrison to win this fight inside the distance, and you saw in that first round, she was dominant, had top position. I think we're going to see something similar. I think she gets it done between the end of this round and the beginning of the third round, but she's going to make a statement.
Thank you, Ian. We'll be checking in with the Duck all night long. Kayla, behind a big right hand, snatches that leg, dumps Aspen Ladd to her back.
Yeah, definitely seeing some improvements with the striking of Kayla, no question about that. She's hitting with more ferocity, more accuracy.
Kayla said in the fighter interviews that this was an opportunity for her to show some of those skills that she's been developing over the last year.
You're gonna have to start opening the guard and try to create a scramble, okay? Hey, you can go 100% if you think you can get it. It's gonna be the other side though. Yep, now go underneath her arm and then take your gable. Go underneath her left arm.
Yeah, her coach wants Aspen Ladd to try to scoop underneath the left arm of Kayla Harrison, try to work a reversal, puts a lot of pressure on the neck, and could be a submission there.
Dan Hardy, what's the key for Aspen Ladd to get herself off of the mat?
She's doing it now. She's opening her guard and she's letting Harrison go. Now, of course, she's got to defend her back in these situations, but she's up against the fence now. It's going to be very difficult for her to get back to her feet without giving her back, but that has to be the key. Create scrambles. The more time she gets back to her feet, the more it's going to challenge Kayla Harrison.
Nice job pushing Kayla Harrison off. Aspen Ladd creates a scramble, gets to her feet.
Yeah, did a great job from that butterfly guard to elevate the hips of Kayla Harrison.
Double underhooks for Kayla Harrison. Ladd's got a nice whizzer on the far side.
There's Impa Kasunganai. One half of our 205-pound world title bout. You'll see him after the conclusion of this fight. The Kimura grip to try and get the reversal. Aspen Ladd back to her feet.
Oh, nice headlock.
Beautiful.
Stepped across, took the hips right out from under Aspen Ladd.
That's got to be a little demoralizing to do that good work and get all the way to your feet and then get dumped right back to your back.
Yeah, Kayla Harrison, beautiful Osotogari. Gets right into side control as well to make matters worse.
Left hand goes to work for Kayla.
Harrison, control the targets.
You got 90, Aspen, you got 90. Let's start scrambling. Get your elbows to the hole.
It's the arm bar.
Elbows tight.
Like Kayla might be isolating that near side arm for a second, but Aspen felt it coming.
Dig it, dig it, dig it. Elbows to the mat, keep turning. Come to your knees.
Mount position.
Now find your
Nice job by Aspen Ladd to react right away and not give up full mount.
Got 1 minute, Aspen. Hey, you gotta get that head up here.
Final minute of the second round. Kayla Harrison once again pounding away with the left hand.
You're gonna have to lift on those butterflies. Go.
Aspen trying to elevate again, trying to scramble to her feet. Got close there. She's going to do it.
Right elbow into the hole.
Back to her feet potentially for the second time in this round. See if she can gain any separation. Unleash a power punch or two. Her forte. Kayla Harrison having none of it, smothering this pressure.
But you can certainly tell Aspen Ladd did her homework. She prepared for this position. She's been the most active we've seen of anybody that's faced Kayla Harrison to date, with the exception maybe of Larissa.
No question about it.
Pacheco.
Here's the shoulder choke.
Arm triangle. Ladd's got the phone position. She's talking on that phone, trying to prevent that carotid from being squeezed by her own shoulder.
Final few seconds, and Harrison will not be able to get her leg out of the guard.
Let's go.
So we go to round 3.
Look at me.
All right, here's that nice overhand right by Kayla Harrison, right into that takedown. Beautiful high single there, trips out the leg of Aspen Ladd. There's some nice short shots up against the cage. Aspen has done a good job, though, from her back of creating space and scrambling to her feet, but Kayla just staying busy. Here's that beautiful Osotogari, just right into side control. About as good as it gets when it comes to judo and mixed martial arts right there. Nasty throw.
Let's go, seconds out. Seconds out, please, let's go. My cue, ladies. Fighters, fight.
Third and final round. Kayla Harrison in the purple trunks. Aspen Ladd is in the gray. Strong rounds in 1 and 2 from Kayla Harrison. Aspen Ladd does have knockout power. Little switching of the stances in the right hand there from Harrison. Kayla's definitely getting a lot more comfortable with her striking, starting to mix things in. Ate a right hand there.
Nice little low kick by Kayla.
Be first with your hand. Go, keep pressing her back. Pressing her back.
Spinning attempt misses there for Aspen Ladd. Kayla Harrison just backs out of it. There's the overhand left. Ladd's got to be careful about letting herself get backed up against the cage against Kayla Harrison.
Kayla's just way more loose on her feet than we've seen before. Before she was a little tight. She's able to move in and out. Her footwork is better. She's landing her shots. She's setting things up.
Switching leads, picking combinations.
She's not forcing the takedown either. It's just much better improvement on her feet. No doubt about it.
Hey, you're hesitating too much.
Pumping out the jab and then the left hand behind it. Kayla Harrison stringing together some nice combinations here in the third round.
Ooh. Bring it inside, come on.
Nice.
Left hand again there.
Beautiful straight left by Kayla.
And the check right hook as she moves to her right.
And you'll notice after she lands the shot, not only is she getting out of range for a return or a counter shot from Aspen Ladd, but her hands are up. She's not watching her work. I think that's where she was getting caught in that last fight against Larissa Pacheco.
Larissa Pacheco chasing history later tonight. She'll try to become the first fighter on PFL history to win belts in 2 different weight classes. Last year was 155 against Kayla.
Nice double leg.
Aspen Ladd not capitulating. Like she said, she just is always going to keep moving.
Yeah, Aspen has done a great job there. Look at this, trying to take the back. Kayla, though, she's on with her escape so far.
Not waiting around to solidify the position. Kayla immediately reacts. But Aspen's in pretty good shape here. She's got a leg caught. Now she's getting the other hook. Kayla's going to end up on top.
Tried to go for the armbar. Oh, nasty ground and pound. Immediately gets to work. Bringing the right hand down. And this is where
arm triangle again.
Kayla's starting to turn up the heat now. She didn't like the fact that Aspen took her back. She's trying to set up this arm triangle.
Elbow to the back. Now dig your underhook and straight to scramble. Come on. You only got a minute. You only got 2 minutes. Straight any scramble. Anything. You can get single butterfly on the right, dig your left underhook, elbow up. But don't open your elbow. Dig. Break the scramble out.
Kayla really trying to drive that shoulder across the jaw of Aspen Ladd, trying to pin those shoulders to the mat. Another opportunity for an arm triangle, maybe a back take here. Aspen doing a great job with her frames, especially her lower leg frames, to create that space and scramble back to her feet repeatedly.
She has really spent a lot of time in this position in training camp to prepare.
She did her homework.
For sure. Oh, nice knee. But that one hurt Aspen.
Yep.
Look at the volume that Kayla Harrison has been able to produce here, both on her feet and on the ground.
Oh, another one.
That was a heavy one.
Everywhere, the striking for Kayla Harrison has improved very drastically.
Man, Aspen is tough. This might be the end, though. These are heavy, heavy shots she's been eating late in round 3.
3 big knees there. Now some ground and pound. Back to quarter and got hand control, though, with Aspen Ladd. Fighting her way back to her feet. There's certainly no quitting her.
Kayla tries another knee. Aspen's got to be careful about hanging that head forward.
Oh,
there it is.
big one right there. Nice foot sweep. Again, the demoralization to fight all the way to your feet and then have them swept out from under you like that.
Final 5 seconds of this fight. Another knee from Kayla Harrison. Final bell. Kayla Harrison, barring any surprises, 16th pro victory coming. No quit in Aspen Ladd. Like you said, Randy, she knew how to respond to pretty much every situation that Kayla put her in, but Kayla was still able to put her in those situations because, quite frankly, she's Kayla Harrison.
Exactly.
8 takedowns, 162 total strikes landed.
See that nice straight left hand right on the button for Kayla Harrison. The jab, big cross. There's a knee. Aspen trying to stay on her feet, hanging her head a little bit. Kayla mixing in the knees there. Another big knee. Man, what a chin.
Here's the proprietary PFL AI score, round by round scores 1 to 100. You can see one-way traffic for Kayla Harrison. 95, 95, 96. The only way you can score much higher than that is by getting a finish, which of course Aspen Labs was able to avoid. Andy Shepard has the official judges scorecard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 30-27 for your winner via unanimous decision, Kayla Harrison!
No surprises from the judges. Kayla Harrison back to her winning ways. Display of sportsmanship there, as we have come to expect from Kayla. The loss, the monkey shaking off her back for now.
Absolutely.
Kayla Harrison with Dan Hardy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner for the Celsius post-fight interview, Kayla Harrison. How are you feeling? I mean, you've been out for a long time. You're not used to having this long between competition. How did it feel to get back in here?
What, Sean didn't want to interview me? He was afraid I'd make fun of his outfit? Where you at, Sean? Now, listen, first of all, thank you all for being here. It's been a year. I want to say God is good, and he's not just good because I won tonight. He's good because we're all here. We're breathing air. We're on this earth. Thank God we are alive.
Any surprises in here tonight from Aspen Ladd? She was able to create some scrambles and kind of cause you some problems that we've not really seen you deal with before. Any surprises?
Yeah, she was Gumby in there. You know, she was definitely durable, and I think ring rust is a real thing. I was like nervous as hell, so, but I'm just so grateful to be here. You know, I started fighting because I wanted to provide a better life for me, for my family, and to be the best in the world. And thank God for PFL. Thank you, PFL. I'm able to provide for my family. They're never gonna want again. I'm blessed for that. But now it's time for me to provide for me. I'm excited. PFL just acquired Bellator. I heard there's a girl in Bellator who thinks she's a bad bitch. Well, why don't we find out?
That'll be a really exciting matchup. I mean, what is there left to achieve in your career? You're a champion, you're an Olympic gold medalist. Is that the goal now? You need those big marquee fights to kind of solidify your legacy?
Yeah, I mean, I think that my legacy is there. It's not just about who I fight, it's what I fight for, you know? I have the Fearless Foundation, which is for survivors of sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. If you go to fearlessfoundation.org, you can find out more and donate, help change people's lives. 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys are sexually abused. So it's not just me in this room that's been affected by this, which means you can make a difference. Please go check out the website. Please talk to someone. If you're going through that, say something. I promise there is help and there is hope, but I don't fight for whoever. I don't want to fight anybody in particular. I fight because I love it. It brings me joy. This is my happy place. And thank you all for letting me share that with you tonight. Thank you.
It's been amazing to see you back in the smart cage. Ladies and gentlemen, Kayla Harrison.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now to the PFL MMA YouTube channel.